Have you ever wished for the privacy and luxury of Rancho Santa Fe, but without feeling so secluded? Maybe you considered Santa Luz, but decided the golf club lifestyle just isn't your thing. Today, I want to introduce to you the lakes above Rancho Santa Fe. It's a community that has an elevated lifestyle many buyers are after, but in a more relaxed and residential setting. Tucked just north of Del Sur and a few minutes from the village at Rancho Santa Fe, the lakes is one of those places people often drive past without realizing what's inside. It's a gated, quiet neighborhood that has more space, larger home sites, newer properties, and a calm, private feel that's really tough to come by in North San Diego County. Whether you're relocating, upgrading, or looking for a quiet second home here in North County, the lakes might check every box that you didn't even know you had. I'm Jack, a local real estate expert specializing in luxury and gated communities like the lakes here in North San Diego County. My goal with this channel is to provide the most useful information for your move to North County. After decades in real estate and helping hundreds of families find their perfect home, I've learned there's nothing more fulfilling for me than making this transition easier for you. My contact information is right here on the screen and also in the notes below. Feel free to reach out anytime with questions as you explore this amazing area. Let's jump right into it. The lakes above Rancho Santa Fe is a gated community located in the hills just north of Del Sur. Technically part of the 92127 zip code, but a totally different feel from most of its neighbors. Originally developed in the mid-2000s and continuing into the 2010s, the lakes was built with space and quiet and lifestyle in mind. Homes here aren't packed like you'll find in some newer developments. Most of the lots are well over a half acre and have many pull-through driveways and wide setbacks and a lot of room between homes. Many of the properties are intentionally elevated across canyons and around lakes to make the most of both privacy and distant views for all of the homeowners. Each home site feels more like a private retreat than a typical suburban neighborhood. What's especially interesting is that while you're just 5 to 10 minutes from the restaurants and schools and shopping hubs of Del Sur, Rancho Santa Fe, and even Forest Ranch, the lakes feels tucked away, peaceful, almost rural in a good way. There's limited air traffic, there's no nearby airports, and not even like a distant city traffic hum in the air. It's the kind of place where kids ride bikes without constant traffic and you can actually hear the birds in the morning. One of the biggest things that sets the lakes apart is just how peaceful and private it feels without being isolated. There's something different about the way the neighborhood was designed. The wide spacing between homes, the natural landscaping, and the lack of through traffic all combine to give it that slow down, breathe deep kind of energy. It's the type of place where you can come home, close the door, and really feel like you've left the rest of the world behind. Another big draw? The homes are newer. Built mostly in the last 10 to 15 years means that fewer headaches can come with these homes. Fewer maintenance surprises, more modern functional layouts, and a lot of people really appreciate that. The lakes also stands out for what I like to call shelter-in-place readiness. This community is what's known as a wildland urban interface, or WUI. That means when it was developed, the builders took very specific steps to make sure it qualified as a shelter-in-place community. The lakes is well prepared for wildfire safety. The homes are built to withstand fire, the landscaping is designed to reduce risk, and the community has its own emergency infrastructure in place, along with a proactive approach to ongoing prevention. Now, shelter in place is always a backup plan, not always the first option, but it's there and the homes are ready if it's ever needed, just adding a critical safety element. With larger lots, usable outdoor space, and homes that typically range from around 3,000 to over 6,000 square feet, there's plenty of room to spread out. Most have home offices and floor plans that work well for everyday family life. It's just really comfortable place to be when you want to stay in. And even though you're not far from schools, groceries, or parks, there's a real sense of privacy. No shared walls, no apartment noise, just space to live how you want to live. Let's talk about why homeowners feel the lakes really stands out, even compared to other luxury neighborhoods. The ones nearby, like Santa Luz or Fairbanks Ranch, and even its neighbor, the Crosby. Santa Luz has a resort-like atmosphere, but it's built around the golf club and a significant portion of memberships coming from non-residents. You get more visitor traffic moving through the community. Fairbanks Ranch is elegant and well known, but it's also older. Most of the homes need some sort of updates. It feels a bit more densely packed in places and carries a higher fire risk rating. The Crosby, right next door to the lakes, has a similar upscale feel, but the lots are generally smaller, there's less open space, and it too is centered around its golf club and sells memberships to non-residents, which brings more outside visitors events that can impact residents. Now, if golf is your thing, having the Crosby next door is a huge perk. It's having the convenience of golf community without having the events, people, and busy at your doorstep. It's a Brian Curley and Fred Couples course, par 72. The club has a huge state-of-the-art sports center, and these days you're not worthy without some pickleball courts. It's been updated recently and has all the amenities of a world-class resort. I suggest a visit if that's your style. The Lakes gives you that Rancho Santa Fe lifestyle, big homes, natural beauty, gated security, without some of the trade-offs. And location-wise, it's incredibly convenient. You have easy routes to the coast, downtown, and you're still close to places like Del Mar, Solana Beach, and even Carlsbad, depending on which direction you're headed. And the schools are a highlight. The Lakes is also part of the Poway Unified School District, which has a great reputation across San Diego and a top school in the state. Families here are zoned for a complete package of really solid schools, starting with Del Sur Elementary, Oak Valley Middle School, and Del Norte High School. All known for strong academics, community involvement. It's a huge bonus for families who want top-tier public education and college readiness scores way above the norm. So, who's a good fit for the Lakes? If you're a family that wants more room, some peace and quiet, and access to great public schools, but you still want to be close to grocery stores, sports practice, and everything else that life throws at you, the Lakes is probably going to feel like a great fit. It's a hit with working parents, especially families with kids who need space to spread out. You'll also find a lot of people here who just want some breathing room after a work day. That includes folks in tech, biotech, finance, business, people who deal with high stress and long hours and want to come home and have their home feel like an actual break. It's also a great choice for a second home. Maybe you're based in the Bay Area, LA, or even Arizona, and you want a dependable, comfortable, easy place to land for part of the year. You still get that Rancho Santa Fe vibe, but with less hassle. So if what you're really after is space, quiet, safety, and a more laid-back pace without being in the middle of nowhere, the Lakes might be exactly what you're looking for. So that's a closer look at the Lakes above Rancho Santa Fe, a quiet, gated community with a lot of upside, newer homes, large lots, top schools, and a rare kind of privacy that's getting harder to find. If you're thinking about a move within the county or to move to North County, it's never too early to start planning. Whether you're months out or just starting to explore your options, I'd love to help you avoid the most common pitfalls and make a smooth transition. My contact information is right here on the screen. Call, text, or email me directly, whichever is easiest. Let's talk about what makes sense for your timeline.